Hey girl, what you doing?
Not much, girl. Just ready to talk some nonsense with you.
Me too. Ready to have
Yeah.
so much nonsense. So much
So
dang
much,
nonsense.
so much.
How
And
you been doing?
welcome back, you guys, to the Nonsense Podcast.
Welcome back. Episode 2, season 2.
We're here. Yeah,
How are you doing, Ray?
I'm doing good. Tired. I've been traveling a lot because, I've been traveling the whole summer, which is a blessing. My sister is a flight attendant, so she blessed me with some of her, getting some of her flight benefits. So I can fly for super cheap. But I've been like visiting family. I have trips coming up, stuff like that. But something I've noticed the last few times that I've flown is these flight delays are insane. I've been flying with United, but I know like they also are pretty intense for like American too sometimes. And
Hmm.
I feel like when I used to fly and like I would buy my tickets, like my flights never got like as delayed as they've been. And it's just like, I'm like, what is going on? I just hear a lot of stuff happening with
Hmm.
like airplanes and like delays and like accidents and stuff like that. And I'm just like, dang, I'm like, I used to love flying, but now I'm just like, literally every time I fly, it's like it's like a headache.
Girl, didn't your flight get delayed this weekend? You were just over here for the baby shower. Didn't your flight
I
get
was
delayed for that
yes,
too?
I was just back in Illinois for my friend's baby shower. And I literally had to fly there Friday, and then was supposed to fly back Saturday night after the baby shower. However, I get there, I'm hanging out, I'm chilling. Everything looks like it's going to plan. There's no mentions of delays or anything like that. Next thing I know, as soon as we're supposed to be boarding, they're like, flight's been delayed like 30 minutes. And I'm like, oh, wow, that's crazy. Then flight got delayed like an hour and a half or so. And I was like, that's wild. Then they changed the gate and I went to the change gate. Then they said something about waiting for crew to arrive. And I guess the crew, and Naomi explained it to me, they reached their maximum amount of hours to work that day. So
Hmm.
they weren't able to work the flight and they ended up just rescheduling the flight for the following morning at like 6 in the morning. So,
Oh
which
my
I was grateful
gosh.
to, still get home early on Sunday, but I had to, get only 3 hours of sleep and get right back up. And some people just slept at the airport. I just decided to go back home, um, at my parents' house. So, but it was crazy. It was absolutely insane. And I'm like, ugh, I don't know what's going on. Maybe this has always happened and I just noticed because I fly more now, but it's annoying, girl.
I
It's
feel like I haven't heard about that many delays until recently. So like, especially because, I don't know, you saw that, I forgot when it was. You remember when everybody's flight stuff, I think it was like hacked or something, and then everything went down,
Mhm,
and then they couldn't access. I feel like after that, I started hearing more and more. I think I just
mhm,
saw a video on TikTok that was, um, the landing gear came off of a plane and they had to turn around and land.
mm.
So there's been a lot more stuff. I think this is the year for road trips.
I,
Um,
I agree. Yeah.
I would more likely be driving to you in November. Uh, because forget a flight.
Hmm.
I need to come back.
That's what's important, girl. That's what's important
Yes, girl.
for sure. Mm-mm.
But my goodness, that's a lot. You know, some people do a lot of flying that it's like, and they're so good at flying that sometimes it's like their hobby to like fly, to travel, to do that. Can you imagine having like, I don't know, maybe it's let me not bring it back to money because like I would definitely be traveling if I if I had the money to go travel, the
Fair.
time, the money, I would love to go do anything like that, like tours and stuff. That would be my favorite thing.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It could just, and it's great that, we have the convenience of flying when we can do it, but nowadays I agree with you. It's just the time to drive right now. We can still go on trips.
We definitely can.
Yeah,
Nothing's
but
stopping us, but
mm-mm,
there's more than one form of transportation that we
absolutely.
could definitely do.
Yeah.
I've heard of this one train that actually goes like for a while. I don't remember where it was. I think it was like across the country or
Mm,
somewhere by the state, and you could just take the whole way all the way down to California or something like that.
mm-hmm.
I don't even
I've
know.
heard of that one. Yeah,
Really, it sounds fun. I feel
it
like being
does.
on the train for too long would just make me claustrophobic. But I heard that some trains actually have like cabins that you can, especially if you're going to be on there for like a really long time, that you could rent out a room in the
Yeah,
cabin.
yeah. And they
Like
have
that
like,
sounds really
beds in
interesting.
there and everything, and I
Hmm.
think you can even like maybe shower in there or something. I don't know.
That's so crazy.
It is.
Technology.
It
Technology.
is. It really is, girl. But yeah. But what's been happening with you? What's been new?
Nothing much. Job update though. My manager, I don't know if I mentioned it here on the podcast, but she was unfortunately let go. Um, so I hope she's doing well.
Yeah.
But now we have this really cool manager, and he's just been very helpful. I actually had a call with him today on one of my customers. She was a little um, frustrated, to say the least. Let him know the situation. Hey, this is what's going on. He's like, okay, got it. Let me do some research. I'll get some answers, and then we can hop on this call together. And I was like, okay, cool. I was
Mm,
in his office for like, I think an hour, 30 minutes on the call, and we were just like talking about game plan. And then he was just like, don't worry about the call. Focus on getting these points out, and then if you need help, tag me in. I said, okay, cool. It got to a point where I didn't really need to tag him in until it got towards the end where she started asking more managerial questions. So it was more, he's like, he's like, tag me in. Oh, I got it. So I said, okay. He turned the phone and then took over the call, and then the customer ended up happy. So I was just like,
wow.
this is the type of stuff that I love.
I mean, it just sounds like he's managing. He's doing what a
He's
manager should be
managing.
doing. Managing. Yeah.
Yes. And he's not a helicopter. You know how many
Yeah.
times, not to say that I use my phone too much, but you know how many times he has come up to my desk and asked me a question, and I'm just like on my phone looking at, today I was looking at Costco stuff because I was like, I need to plan a trip to Costco. Anyway, but I was looking at Costco and I was just like, oh snap. Not gonna lie, sometimes I play games, but all of my stuff is done. In my defense, all of my stuff is done. I'm like waiting for calls to come in.
Hmm.
Inbox is done. So it's not that I'm not doing anything. I just want to reiterate that. But but there's times that he'll just come up and just won't care. He'll
Yeah.
just be like, he's like, oh, how was your weekend? I was like, good, and it doesn't seem fake.
Hmm.
That's my main thing. It doesn't seem fake or forced. And
I
that
love
was my main issue with, my previous manager. Um, but she used to hover,
that. Hmm.
she used to be a helicopter, not helicopter mom, like helicopter manager, or yeah, but complete turnaround. Everything seems to be looking up.
Yeah.
Everything's good. Um, Influx of stuff, I guess, but
Yeah.
yeah, but other than that, that's about it. I did start playing D&D. I don't know if I told you. I went once to play in person at a store,
Hmm.
and like I think there was like four of us in total,
Hmm.
but it was so fun. I've been wanting to get started in this for so long. I think since last year I've been wanting to play. I built a character, wanted to do all this, and I was like, I need to start playing. We were
Mm-hmm.
going to start one at work, like a group at work,
Yeah.
but the main person, the dungeon master, so the DM, she was taking a while. Respectfully, she had a lot going on. So, but we just never saw that it was gonna come if we were waiting for her.
Yeah.
So we ended up going somewhere else, and then now, like, we're actually starting. We have another meeting this weekend, hopefully, and it's just been so fun. I've been wanting to start this. I've been actually trying to start some other hobbies, but what's new with you, girl? Like, do you have any hobbies?
Well, I think I have hobbies I want to get into, but nowadays my life is mostly doing stuff related to my job. I like to read books related to my job.
I mean,
um
that's helpful though. It helps you
yeah,
in the long run though.
it does. It does for sure. Sometimes I just, I'm starting to try to get back into to working out regularly and stuff like that. But I don't know, but when I think about a hobby, like I feel like those are just things that like I kind of should be doing, you know? I think hobbies are like kind of, I mean, what did you say? Like hobbies are really literally just stuff you don't have to do. They're just kind of just for fun.
Exactly, just
Yeah.
stuff that you do for fun. Okay, so do you have any that you would want to try? Like, does anything, because I know you paint. You paint, you love to paint, so
I
that is
do.
a hobby,
Yeah.
girl.
That's true. I don't do it honestly, it's every once in a blue moon now. It's not as often as I used to do it. I do want to start coloring though.
Ooh,
I
ooh.
like to color, so I think I want to get into coloring. Um, Maybe just, because I feel like it's just so relaxing and it gets me off my phone, but and I have a coloring book. I just don't have any markers or like pencils. So I have to get on that. So I guess that's something maybe I want to start doing. I grew up dancing. Um, and if there was like a surefire, not super expensive, one class at a time dance class I could take, I would be there 1,000%. But it's just like it's so hard to find one because a lot of dance studios are really like they're like companies, so it's like you have to be like a part of the studio essentially.
Oh,
Or it's not like adult dance classes. Like it's like they have adult dance classes, but it's also like, little kids and stuff like that. So I'm just like kind of not trying to navigate how to find something like that because I would love to get back to dance again, and it definitely would motivate me to get back into shape if I started dancing again.
have
But
you seen like the videos on YouTube? Like the ones that like they'll like do like a class, but you're just literally have the video up on your TV.
yes,
Like,
yes.
have you tried that? I feel like that
Oh
would
yeah,
be a really good like middle ground for that.
probably, but also something that because I did used to do that a lot, especially in high school. I used to like learn those dances. But something that I really loved about when I would do dance is just like the people, because like especially like if you were on like a team and you guys would be dancing together and everybody would like kind of have their own way of doing things and they kind of
Yeah.
have personality, and it's just interesting to like see and get to know people. And I think I also kind of think about wanting to do something that, not only would just be kind of for fun, but like would help me to connect with more people who also have like similar interests as me, which you're in D&D, so like that's kind of like a good source of that, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I got you. I got you. So do you like, so it sounds like you like a little bit of both, doing stuff by yourself, but also like doing stuff in a group. Do you
Yeah,
prefer one more than the other?
I think I prefer both. Right now though, I only have one. Which I mean, I'm sure many people can like relate to, like really not having a whole lot of stuff that they do with like other people outside of maybe like work or school, you know. Or
Yeah.
if like, you're in college or high school, maybe you're in a clubs or something like that. Otherwise, like I feel like as an adult, you really have to seek those things out. Oftentimes, pay for them so that you can like find things to do with people who like to do things that you like to do. Um,
Yeah.
so I don't know, but I like both. I just right now I'm kind of more geared towards one, which is like stuff by myself, but that's just because I haven't, sometimes I don't want to spend the money, or sometimes like haven't found anything that like I know is like good. So, but
I
yeah.
think for that, because the the place where I go to like for D&D, it's
Mhm.
literally free. But I
Okay.
didn't find out until I went into the Discord. So
Hmm.
there's like a bunch, like there's so many Discords, so many like forums that will literally that are open for you to join and to find people that like doing the hobbies that you like or things that you are looking for.
I love that.
I feel like if anything, if anyone is trying to like find a group, because personally I'm extremely introverted. So for me, going out and talking to people is just not, you know how nervous I was? I was extremely nervous to show up on that first day. I was
Yeah.
just like, oh my gosh, who are these people? I'm like, it's a public place. But what if it's just like it was just so much nonsense going on in my head. And it
Yeah.
was like cloudy and I was just like, okay, but at the end of the day, we were all here because we wanted to do this
Absolutely.
and and it's a safe spot.
Yeah.
So it's more
Absolutely.
of like finding those forums, finding those groups and just like being able to find that community.
Mm,
Especially if it's near you. It doesn't have to be in person. Some people do it during like video calls. So
yeah.
like it could be that. It could literally there's so many ways nowadays. I feel like finding hobbies for adult like being as adults,
Mm,
it's a little more what's the word? I don't know what the word is. Basically, it's kind of harder. It's much harder to start hobbies as adults because we're trying to fit it in our schedules.
yeah. Yeah. Literally, like I feel like there's not enough time in the day sometimes. You as an adult, you go from I think before you're an adult, it's just kind of like, not really having the resources to do things, but definitely having the time to do things. And then like I feel like once you become an adult, it's like you might have like the resources and things like that to like do a little extra, but
Mm,
you don't have as much time as you used to have because literally 9 to 5s, I feel like they literally days that I have to go into work from like 10 to 6 or 9 to 5, like I feel like my whole entire day is gone when I get off. And I'm like,
mhm.
because I'm just like, I spent all day doing stuff that I didn't want to do. So like now I just want to
Exactly.
chill, you know? Um,
And then even if you look at your weekends, it's just like,
yeah,
cool, now I'm trying to get everything done that I can do during the week on the weekends,
exactly.
and now here we are.
Exactly. Exactly. So, but the thing is, that kind of makes me think about, like how are hobbies, are they helping us? Like, do they help with mental health? Or do you feel like maybe they could cause burnout? How do you kind of see hobbies like when it comes to mental health?
I feel like it's helpful. If anything, like I feel like especially if it's something relaxing, like you said you want to get started into coloring, just sitting there, disconnecting from everything else, coloring
Yeah.
just seems like a way to ground you. Like, yes, your day can be hectic, but you can focus on this one page. Things might
Hmm.
be feeling out of control, but you are like able to control what's on the page, what's going on the page. Any
Yeah.
colors that you choose, like that is what you can, like what you have control over.
Yeah.
And so, like, especially stuff like that, stuff can be active. Like, I know some people play pickleball. I think that's a big thing right now. And, like, that's their hobby and it's active. They like being active over relaxing. And it just, I feel like it's one of those things that helps you de-stress.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with that. I think that hobbies are supposed to literally be the opposite of like work, you know? It's still like you're doing something and you're putting effort and energy into something and maybe focusing on something, but it's not supposed to be like serious or like, super. I mean, unless that's relaxing for you, you know?
Can you imagine?
Yeah, literally. But I think, and I don't remember the name, and she doesn't do her podcast anymore. I think she had a podcast called my mom's a therapist or something like that. And I don't know, like I just loved her. I wish she continued her podcast, but she's a therapist and she was talking about like burnout and having work life balance. And she said that it's really about it's not just about like, working less and relaxing more. Like it's about having like a balance between how much energy are you putting into work and are you putting as much into
Mhm.
work as you are into like yourself, into your skills? Are you putting as much of that energy into just like fun? And I think that that's something that hobbies give people is a lot of fun, you know?
Yes,
Because it's like work can just be, it can be fun, sure, but it's not about fun. You're not there to have fun. You're there to make money.
exactly. I'm here to collect a paycheck.
It's there for like literally. So sometimes I think we need to like engage in things that are just fun because I think honestly, I literally think people get burnt out because they're just not having enough fun, you
Yeah, I
know?
agree. I
Like life has
agree.
just gotten too heavy, it's gotten too serious, and they just gotta have some fun. Some like healthy fun because there's difference between healthy and unhealthy. So some healthy fun. Yeah, definitely.
I agree. I feel like, especially socializing wise, if it's a group like hobby, it can definitely lead to like meeting new people, possibly building new friendships, and just kind of just getting you out of your bubble for that.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. That's so important. Um because we need people like socializing and stuff. Like we need people and we don't thrive in isolation, we
Yeah.
thrive when we have other people around to just have fun with, talk to, get to know, um learn from, like, so it's like it's important to have that even if it sometimes feels inconveniencing. It's a really good way to take care, of yourself, is to take care of like your relationships and stuff like that. So yeah, I feel like hobbies are really important for mental health, actually. As I'm saying that, I'm just like, okay, I'm definitely going to try to get into more hobbies.
I'm gonna have to send you some coloring or some like crayons or some, what was
Something,
it?
I'll take anything.
Pencils, the
Yeah,
pencils, color
yeah.
pencils.
I'll take anything at this point. I might have to start out doing like the color by numbers though, because I feel like just
Ooh,
having the freedom to color anything, whatever color, might stress me out a little bit.
that's perfectly fine. I totally get that.
Yeah.
I
Might have to just start out with some color by numbers. But
I
yeah.
feel that's really relaxing too. There's this ad that I keep seeing on my phone that's for color, like I think it's like Zen Color, not sponsored.
Mhm.
But they also like it's like, oh, play this 10 minutes a day and blah 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 blah. Like doctors recommend that it'll make your brain. And I was just like, all right, okay.
Right.
What doctors are you reaching out to about a cake about this?
Literally. As those gaming apps, they always love to say doctors said it's good for you. It is the doctor did not tell me to play a game on my phone.
Which doctor? Cite your sources. Which
Cite
doctor?
your sources, please. Put that doctor's name down there.
Seriously. Can you
Mm-mm.
imagine if you go to like an app on the App Store and you go to like details and it's like, oh, this doctor, this doctor. I was just, oh, they actually cited their sources.
I love that. I love that.
Do you have any advice that you would be able to give to someone who's wanting to start a hobby?
Hmm. I don't, because I don't know. I feel like I'm that person who's wanting to start a hobby. So I guess
I
I would say maybe, like with anything, set a small achievable goal with it. Like,
mm,
don't make it like, oh, this has to be something that like I do every single week. Like, dip your toe into it. If you want to get into painting, you want to get into coloring, don't go and buy a whole bunch of paints and a whole bunch of coloring books. Like,
mm,
just spend a little bit of money on some paint, and some canvases or canvas. Figure out what it is you want to paint and just take some time to paint it. And if you like it, keep doing it. Hobbies are supposed to be fun. They're not supposed to be, stressful activities that make you feel like you're doing bad at life if you don't do them every day, every time you want to do them. Yeah.
yes, girl. 100% agree. Like adding on to that, I feel like, especially if someone's going into a hobby, they're starting a new one,
Yeah.
do not expect to be perfect on the first go.
No.
Like this is a skill that needs to be
Fun.
built. Do not expect to be good off the bat. Do not get the It's okay to be frustrated, but that is something that you get to work on, and that's the whole point of it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's supposed to be fun.
Exactly. It's supposed to be fun.
To laugh at yourself, even if you're not perfect at it. Because people who are perfect at everything aren't super fun.
I feel like they're not happy, but we're not going to talk about that.
Maybe that's, yeah.
They're not happy because they're always so good at things.
Literally. Like, okay, I'm reporting you for being so perfect. Go away. Goodness.
Blocked,
Block.
canceled. Oh,
Literally.
okay.
Literally. But yeah. So I mean, yeah. So something small, something achievable, until you figure out something that you want to just keep doing. I
Mm,
think that's the best thing. And I'm talking to myself as I say that. I think that's the best thing. Um, if you start going into a hobby and right now your life doesn't really have a whole lot of healthy hobbies. So yeah. Did you have any advice you would give, or was it kind of what you said, like kind of along the lines of
I
just,
think the only thing that I could probably say that would be like advice is to just Nike and just do it. Worry
yeah,
about it later.
facts.
Worry about the like if it's something that you really want to do, just do it.
Mm-hmm.
Literally. Because
Yeah.
you're not gonna go anywhere if you're just gonna not, like if you're not gonna do anything to go towards it, then it might as well just be a dream and not a hobby.
Yeah, absolutely. And something else, like if you're somebody who, like, maybe you struggle socially, because you feel like you never have much to say, having a hobby automatically gives you something to say.
Mm-hmm.
Feel like
Mm-hmm. Conversation starter right there.
a great conversation starter, and then like you can meet other people who are also like into the same thing and just go from there. Like, I so badly, and I know anime is not a hobby, but I so badly wish I was into anime because I've seen my friends connect with so many people, and including my fiance. They just get along with everybody almost because almost everybody likes anime. And I'm just like, dang it.
I think I can vouch for that. I think that's the only thing that I think that was one of the first conversations that I had with Christian.
Yeah,
It was just like about anime.
yeah, literally. I think having an interest or a passion, like in general, already makes you a pretty interesting person.
Hmm.
So maybe if you feel like you're kind of boring and you don't have much going on, you don't have much to talk about, just go find something to do, like a hobby to do or something like that. And that'll automatically make you feel like a little bit more interesting of a person.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
I agree. I agree. Hmm. It makes me think if I should start crocheting again.
Girl, crocheting was something else I wanted to get into. I feel like I could do it. I feel like
I did it. I think I had finished two things. I started last year
okay.
before Christmas, like a couple months before, and I finished with two. I was like, I'm gonna make these plushies to give to my nieces and nephew. I only got two done, and I was like, all right, I'm not gonna make it by Christmas. I can't just give two of the kids something. And now there's another kid to it, so now it's just like, all right, so I have two, three more. Like, but
Yeah.
I just start it. I just gotta finish it. I have the yarn. I just gotta do it.
Just do it.
Just do it. Not
Nothing
sponsored.
to it. Nothing to it but to do it.
Ooh, love
Christian
it.
told me that. Like,
Trademark.
yeah,
Patent
literally,
pending.
literally. But yeah, I wanted to get into crocheting too because I got my little god baby coming,
You
and I wanted
do.
to like make her like a little blanket or something because I feel like I don't know who said that. Somebody told me something that they were just like having like a specialized blanket that was like made by somebody that like that's just so special, you know. So
You
I'm like, I feel like
should.
maybe that's a goal I should set to just kind of make a blanket.
You
So then,
should.
when she's born,
Especially right now that she's really tiny. Or that she's going to be tiny.
yeah, yeah,
That
definitely.
would be a good time to start.
Yes, this is the
Because
time to do it. This is
she's
the
due
time.
soon, isn't she?
Yes, girl. I mean, she's doing September. So like when I get back from this cruise in 2 weeks, I'm gonna get started.
Girl,
Yeah.
she's gonna be here next month.
It's crazy. Maybe even sooner, honestly, because babies, they can come early.
Hmm.
Like this is close. When they're this close, they can come any day.
Oh my gosh. Well,
Yeah.
I hope that at least by the due date, at least by the date, the week of. I think it's
Yeah.
a week before or a week after. It could be either of those. It's okay for a week before and a week after.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I
Don't
mean, you
quote
would
me on that.
know because you got four nieces and nephews, so
I know.
yeah. You're an auntie. I wish I was an auntie, but none of my
Oh my
sisters
goodness.
have kids. So
I'll help eventually. I'll help you. I'll let you be an auntie
thank
soon.
you.
Soon. Not too soon. Not too
Not
soon.
too soon.
But
How
I do
soon?
promise to make you an auntie. I already told you the baby name. I was supposed to keep that a secret, but
Oh.
I couldn't do it.
Are you gonna be a mom before I'm a mom? Because I wanted to be an auntie before I had a kid, so I could practice.
Ooh, girl. I don't know. We'll see. We will see.
Time's a ticking.
I
We got.
wanted to be my original. I think we talked about this in the last episode, but my
Timeline.
original timeline was like
Mhm.
30 years old to be married, 35 to start having kids, to like for 5 years enjoy marriage.
Mm. Okay,
That was my
okay.
plan. My
I
original
get it.
plan.
Yeah. I'm kind of in the same wavelength. It's
That's true.
it's cool. If anybody has any babies, they want me to just watch, just let me know. Let me know.
That's a babysitter, girl.
I'll be there. I will hold the baby. I will watch the baby. I'll try my best to make sure baby doesn't hurt themselves because babies have no survival instincts.
Oh my gosh, that is so scary. Because
Yeah.
kids will just like run off. Oh my gosh, that reminds me. My mother-in-law was telling me about a story. She just moved to the city. Super side note. But she just moved to the city and she said that she was at the park and a small child decided to run first, like almost into traffic. And she was like, wait, wait, wait. She went into mom mode. She ran and scooped that child up, and she walked her back to the place where her family was at. It doesn't even look, I don't even know if the family got up. I don't know nothing about that. But they were just like, "Oh my gosh, thank you." And she was just like, "Oh my gosh." And then when she was talking to us and she was like, away from the park, she was like, "Nobody is watching their kids." It was just like, damn.
That's
Mm-mm.
wild. You
Especially at a
really,
park. Come
yeah.
on now. Come on.
Goodness. That's
That's
wild. That is, they are out in the open. You need to
that's
watch
how
them
kidnappings happen.
literally because they just do whatever they're so curious, they don't know anything.
They're little
They're trying to figure it
alcoholics.
out. They'll literally just get into anything, go anywhere, go with anybody sometimes. Like people
So
just
crazy.
anyways.
But anyway, we took a nothing but nonsense.
This has been a lot of nonsense, girl.
But
A
a lot of
lot, a lot, a
nonsense.
lot of nonsense. For
It
sure. But we
does.
we were talking about we were getting into hobbies. We were talking about hobbies.
Yeah.
Hobbies we want to start, stuff like that. Have you ever failed at a hobby?
I give up on hobbies, but
Mhm.
I wouldn't call them failing.
Okay.
I wouldn't call them failing. I would just say gave up, like I said about crocheting. Um, I also wanted to try coloring and I just didn't. I don't know if I have ADHD or not, but I cannot sit and just focus on one thing.
Yeah.
I need to do so many other things. Like I'm literally over here, I'm sitting at a vanity and I'm like opening the drawers and closing them softly. Like I'm opening anyway. But
I feel that.
yo,
Yeah.
like I'm just trying to stay calm. I don't know what it is. Anyway, super. It could be
Yeah.
the sugar that I had right now. Anyway,
I
but
feel
I
you.
think that was the only thing like that coloring. Um, I wanted to collect cards for
Mm.
Lurkana, which is like the Disney card game, but there's so many varieties, so many different categories.
Oh wow.
So I stopped. I still love it though. I still have like a whole bunch. I'll show you my binder next time you come over.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think those are the ones that I just kind of stopped
Mm.
and didn't continue. Have you had any that you failed?
You know, I wasn't sure at first, but for some reason I just thought about when I was like maybe 6 or something, and my parents put me in ballet.
Ooh,
I did not F's with ballet. I did not like it. I did not like it at all. I liked dance. I liked like I did like jazz, hip hop, stuff like that. I didn't like ballet. And the teacher was mean. But I hear that's just the culture, you know?
that
And it was
shouldn't
like
be.
we weren't doing a whole lot of it was just uncomfortable, you know? And it just didn't make sense to me. And I think I told them pretty early on, and they were happy to take me out because I think it was probably expensive. I told my parents, I'm like, I don't want to do this. Get me out of here. I don't want to do this. It's not for me. I felt like everybody hated me. It just sucked.
Mm,
Um, but yeah, I guess maybe ballet was one. There's not too many other hobbies I've tried. I've wanted to try being that type of person who can get up at like 4 in the morning and go to a yoga class before I start my day.
my
Because there's,
God,
there's literally a yoga studio down the street. But one, those classes, I mean, you can get like a membership for like $80, $100 a month or something. I don't know. It might be more than that. But otherwise, the classes are like $20, $25 per session,
oh,
which is not too bad depending on what my finances look like.
yeah,
But if I'm just getting by, I'm like, yeah, I will save that $20 and $25. Thank you very much. Um, so
Chipotle
yeah,
later.
huh? What'd you say?
That's for Chipotle later.
Right? Something that makes
Oh,
me
Chipotle
happy. Shoot.
bowl.
Goodness. Never getting up early. Whew. It's
Girl,
hard for me to get up early for a hobby. I can get up early for the Lord. I spend some time with God, but I cannot get up early for a hobby. I just can't do it, girl. I just can't. Oof. I'm like, maybe after work? I don't know. Mm,
you could try after work. You could
I
try
could try after
after.
work. Yeah.
Girl, that's
Yeah.
how I was when I was going to the gym.
Yeah.
I was just like, ooh, morning. Am I gonna be a morning gym girly? No,
No.
no.
It's like I really am like a morning person, but it's I get so tired that like by the time I hit like 7 p.m., I'm ready to start getting ready for bed,
Yes.
you know? So, and then I just feel like old and decrepit, even though I did so well that day, woke up the morning, went to the gym, got a good workout in, took a shower, did what I had to do, did good at work, and then came home. And it's like, even though I did good that day, I feel so exhausted. And I'm like, part of me I like to get up early, but I also kind of like to stay up a little late. I just, I don't know. Lately, I haven't really been like eager to like go to sleep super early.
You know what that is?
What?
That's that summer going on because the day, like the sun is still out.
So
Oh, okay, like
true.
the sun that's like later. Watch when we get into winter. We're
That's
gonna be
so
like,
true.
it's time to go to bed. It's dark. I'm going to sleep at 7.
Absolutely.
I'm going to
No,
sleep
you're
now.
on to something there. I feel like during the summer, I feel like people really treat time like it's just so like like I feel like they treat the summertime like it's just so rare and they live like there's like no tomorrow. You know what I mean?
I mean, but sometimes you never know. You never know if there's no tomorrow. You
You
never
don't.
know.
During the
So it's just
summertime
like that's what you gotta do.
you just gotta, I mean, but it's so much easier to do that during the summertime because it's
Hmm.
warm outside and it's sunny and it's pretty.
Yeah.
But during the wintertime it's like, yeah, I hope there's no tomorrow because this winter sucks. Maybe that's an exaggeration, but
Time is
sometimes
an illusion, though. Time is
being just
such an
like, can I
illusion.
just like just sleep for like 5 years and then wake up during the summertime? Like,
The animals are hibernating. Why can't
understand
I?
hibernation. I understand hibernation so much because if I could do it, I would do it.
Yes. Yes.
Absolutely. Because the winter is ghetto. It's ghetto. Other than you know, when it gets a little chilly outside, it's, Thanksgiving and then
Yeah.
Christmas and I like New Year's Eve. But after that, it's ghetto. All right, so we're back. We're back. Sorry about that. My camera went out. I was using a really nice webcam and then it went out, so I'm using my laptop webcam. But yeah, the winter is ghetto. But nonetheless, during the winter time, having a hobby, when we think about, doing more than just like going to work, coming home, eating and going to sleep, having a
Mhm.
hobby really just adds like it can just add like it sounds like joy and a source of like fun and color to life, you know?
Yeah.
Even when life is kind of heavy, it's like, well, if you have something else to do, that's enjoyable, that's chill, you're around some pretty cool people who are interested in what you're interested in, just makes life feel a little bit lighter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, more likely help with seasonal depression.
Facts. Facts. So if you're depressed
Just
during the winter, go get your hobby. I know you don't want to leave the house.
go knit a blanket, everybody. Go
Go
knit a damn blanket. Use
Go
it for the winter.
knit a blanket,
Go knit a
okay?
damn
That's a
blanket.
great time to get into some crocheting. You could
Mm.
turn on a space heater, a fireplace, make it real cozy, get yourself
Oh,
some tea
fireplace.
and knit to your heart content, okay?
Hmm. Start knitting them sweaters, hats, blankets, etc.,
That
etc.
that. And if you want, you could turn it into a little something and give it to people who are cold. Like
Exactly.
homeless people. You could give it to the homeless people.
I love seeing those videos. It warms my
Yeah.
heart.
Yeah. Absolutely. But yeah, girl. So interesting hobbies. Okay, so next time we talk, we're gonna make sure we're on our hobbies.
Well,
For
give you
sure.
guys an update to see where we're at and see if I did go back to crochet or if Rachel started coloring or
Right,
anything
right.
else that we found interesting along the way.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Speaking of which, I know that we had mentioned our last episode we had talked about timelines and we posted a couple of shorts on YouTube. One of our videos, some of our videos got some comments, and I was thinking maybe we could just look at those comments, give them a little read, and
Yeah, let's do some shout outs.
okay. All right, let me see. Let me pull this up here. We're
I
gonna
love
probably
that.
edit this little time out because I have to find it.
Nah, it's real. We have to leave it in because it's real.
Yeah,
People don't always have things ready to go, guys. Like, it's
we don't. No, but for
reality.
real, like I have to find the short where there was a comment. I don't even know which short. It wasn't that many shorts, so we'll be good.
But a good one,
Um,
so you guys should all go check it out. Just
yes,
saying.
girl.
Yeah, just saying.
Okay, so not that one. Was it this one?
Mm,
Okay, here we
mm.
go.
Oh,
Okay, so on the YouTube short that we did titled Finding Happiness in the Present, somebody commented, when I'm upset and or unable to relax and I don't know why, sometimes I remind myself that being human means experiencing everything humanity has to offer. So I sit with it for a bit till I know why or I feel better. And so someone named Goblin Queen Ice Cream 5801. Thank you so much, Goblin Cream
thank you,
Ice
Goblin
Cream.
Queen.
That is an amazing name, and
I love
that
it.
comment is beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Everybody can take it to, like, into for consideration and, kind of think back on it. That's really beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, it makes me think about kind of just what's life all about. Is it really supposed to be about being happy and content and satisfied all the time, or is it about sometimes not loving being here but just wanting to be alive so much that you're just kind of along for the ride to see what happens next, to see it get better,
Yeah, I feel like
living
it's a mix
along.
of both.
So it
It
makes
has to be a mix, like, that's what it is. It's not always supposed to be one thing because if, like, let's say it is always one thing, you're gonna get bored. Or
absolutely.
it's gonna be, I think there's like something that like serotonin, like you always have like a serotonin addiction. You're always looking for that next high and then you always end up crashing. So
Yeah.
it's good to like have a mix and, reflect, be with yourself. So it's
Yeah.
good.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love that. I love that a lot. So, all right, guys. I guess we can go ahead and end there. Thank you for tuning in to our podcast. We'll try to come out with an episode in the next few weeks. But yeah, in the meantime, if you have any comments, leave them under this video wherever you find it, or on a YouTube or TikTok or something like that. And maybe we'll read your comment in our next podcast.
Yeah, and give you guys a shout out. If you have
Mhm.
any questions or any topics that you'd like us to talk about or want to join in on it, let us know. We'd love to
Yeah.
start some.
Yeah. Very, very,
All right, girl.
very.
It's time to go. I gotta
Time to go.
go. That was enough nonsense for the day.
That was enough nonsense for sure. For sure.
Oh,
So
yeah.
catch you next time, girl.
Bye.
All right. Bye.